Hello everybody and welcome back to another gummy review with me, Gummy Mellow. And hi guys, how are y'all doing? Hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. Make sure you're staying safe out there. Make sure you stay safe. I don't know why I was stuttering over my words there, but yeah, make sure you stay safe out there. Definitely a pandemic making things harder for us. That's why we gotta stay safe. But anyways guys, sorry about that guys. I promise I don't have the sickness. I'm not gonna name it, but I don't have it. Don't worry, it's just like some cold. Anyway guys, I don't really have any announcements this week as I do the last 2 weeks, I think. I haven't had any announcements, but as for now guys, we're gonna just jump straight into the gummy review. But before that, remind you guys, make sure to subscribe, like, turn on notifications to get notified whenever I have a new video, vlog, stream coming out. I know I haven't been doing much of them. I'll definitely try to get to them more often, but we'll see how it goes. My schedule's constantly busy, and I'm trying to find ways to, fit in time to do those kinds of fun stuff with you guys, because I do want to do those stuff. And make sure that if you have any ideas for what to do for my videos, make sure to leave them down in the description below. Anyway guys, we're going to jump straight into this gummy review, and this one's going to be quite a special one, because we're reviewing gummy bears, but they're not exactly from the US. Here we have Panditas. They are gummy bears from Mexico. Now, how did I get access to these, you may ask? I visited my relatives, just like a little while ago. Like, not too long ago, but while I was there, I decided to go to the nearest superstore and find myself some gummies, because I love gummies, and I'm gonna go have them. But these Panditas, yes, these are Mexican gummies. Definitely super great. So like, as you can see on the back, they're all like labeled with like Spanish. They have like azúcares, fibra dietética. Yeah, it's basically Spanish gummies, but we're gonna try it today. I decided to review these because I felt it would be interesting, see how they do against US gummies. Nah, just kidding. I'm not gonna compare them, but yeah, I definitely do like these. I get them whenever I visit my relatives who are in Mexico. They're very nice, very cool, and the gummies they have over there are really good as well. So that's why I'm reviewing these. So we're just gonna jump straight into these. I'm gonna open the bag and then I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, so as soon as you open that bag, I gotta say, it definitely smells very different to what normal US gummy smell like. Because instead of being swamped by flavor, you're swamped by this sort of like aging sort of gummy smell. If you could call it that. I don't know how to exactly describe it, except it just smells like as if it was like gummies, but they were aging, they were older. They like not moldy or rotten or anything like that, but just like an older smell, and it's not bad. I do enjoy it. Definitely very unique as well. So we have 4 different flavors of gummies we're gonna get through today. We have this yellow little bandita we have here. Let me tell you guys, they feel a bit dry. I'm not gonna lie, they definitely feel a lot more drier than US gummies do. They definitely feel a bit harder too, like definitely harder to squish, so they're probably gonna be harder to chew on. That's just my guesses for now, but yeah, that's what I'm noticing so far. So we have that yellow pandita, we have this orange looking pandita, we have a red pandita, and we have a green pandita. So we have 4 different unique flavors to get through. Something interesting I noticed in this bag, and I'm not sure if it's true for all bags, like if anyone has these before, like correct me if I'm wrong, but something I saw was that there were more reds and green gummies towards the top of the bag than there were orange and yellows. Like when I was trying to pull out the gummies that I would be reviewing, I found that I had to go to the bottom of the bag to find the orange and yellow ones, because the red and green ones were all on the top, the orange and yellow ones were all at the bottom, which I thought was actually kind of cool. And that's not something that you see in the US bags as often. It might just be a manufacturing thing that I might have caught on, but that's just something I noticed. something completely irrelevant, to be honest. All right, so we're just gonna jump straight into these. We're gonna start with this yellow pandita right here. I'm gonna taste it, see how it goes. Alright guys, I am back, and as one of my guesses was correct, these gummies are actually indeed a bit harder to chew on. I won't lie, so if I had the scale, softness to hardness, they would be slightly above the middle line. They're definitely a lot harder to chew on, I'm gonna be honest. It's not impossibly hard to chew on them, of course, but they definitely are more hard to chew on. Their dryness doesn't really do much other than the fact that it brings out the juiciness a lot more. And what I mean by that is whenever these gummies, since they're dry, that means that like most of the gummy is gonna be dry. But as soon as you chew through that dryness and then touch the juiciness that is inside the gummy, that like nice liquidy juiciness, it like stands out a lot more than a regular gummy bear would that like is already like kind of juicy on the outside, and then as you go in it gets more juicier. Like you notice the juiciness a lot more, and it's really great. I do like that, honestly. It's a bit makes these gummies a lot more interesting, so that way when you chew on it you kind of feel like there's not much flavor going on here, but as soon as you go through it you start feeling it, you start sensing that juiciness coming through, and you're like, oh yeah, this is what I came to. And that's how I felt about this gummy. Definitely very compatible with other types of gummies for sure. And I think that's about all I have to describe for this gummy. Very good gummy overall. Alright, we're gonna move on to the next one. We're gonna move on to this orange one. I'm gonna drink some water and then I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, I am back, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. That orange gummy, it did taste a bit more rough than the other ones, like in terms of like the outside texture, mainly due to the dry like gummy form that I was talking about. And then when you got to the juiciness part, the orange kind of tastes a bit dry as well. Now, this doesn't mean it's bad. I'm just saying that this orange gummy is definitely a lot less delicious than other orange gummies. Not that it's too bad, but it's still a delicious gummy, but it just doesn't, it tastes more aged than it does juiciness and newness and freshness of a gummy. Probably has to do with the bag, since I know the inside of the gummy bags from Mexico are a bit more different than the way they are in the United States. The packaging is different, obviously. But I don't think that has too much an impact on the flavor of it, which is why I'm bringing this up. It shouldn't be too noticeable if you are like not as big of a fan of gummies as I am, but it's definitely something that I kept in mind. Same compatibility, same chewiness. So now let's move on to the next one. We're gonna be moving on to this green one, and then I'll see how it goes. Alright guys, I am back, and that flavor had more of a lemon lime combination than it does regular lime flavor. Now the reason I say this is because the lime flavor, I did see it, but there was something else that kind of made it a bit more sour than I thought initially would be, which I would assume would be the lemon. So that was my experience with that gummy. Still good flavor. The dryness doesn't impact it like as much. It just makes the juiciness stand out even more. Same compatibility, same chewiness for sure. Definitely a good solid flavor though. Still a really good flavor. Not one of the best, but not one of the worst. Still a really good gummy. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the last one, which is gonna be this red pandita that we have right here. We're gonna try it, see how it goes, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, I am back, and that had a very strawberry taste. Very strawberry indeed. Initially I was thinking it was cherry because it didn't taste like raspberry, and that like tasted a bit more like there's definitely a lot more fresher. The flavor definitely a lot more delicious, definitely a lot more like juiciness. So that's why I was leaning towards cherry. But after further like tasting it, I discovered it was more of what did I just say? Strawberry flavor, if that makes sense. Strawberry flavor indeed, for sure. More strawberry than cherry and raspberry. Definitely very good, very fresh, delicious, really good, solid overall gummy. Now, as to give a final review for these Panditas gummies, I'm not gonna lie, they're really good. Very solid gummies, definitely a lot more interesting in the way that like the gummies are textured and like feel like not like the flavors are not so much different as that of the US, but just like the texture and how it feels to chew on it, definitely a lot more different than what I experienced, but still overall solid gummies overall. And if you ever go to Mexico, definitely I recommend getting Panditas. They're very good gummies, honestly, still super delicious. Definitely get them. So as a final review, I am giving these Panditas a final review of 8.75 out of 10 because they were really solid. There was one gummy that kind of made me tip the balance, but like below 9, which was that like it was the orange gummy being a bit more older tasting than like a fresher orange, like freshly squeezed orange. But that's about the only complaint I had from these gummies. Overall, still really good. Definitely recommend them. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next gummy review when I make it. Peace.